good afternoon or evening, depending on when you're watching this. It's Sunday in our world, maybe not yours. But every Sunday we do a little brunch after we've been to riding at the barn. And because it's winter and it's cold, it's kind of getting hard to find different things to eat that are nice or yummy, you know, not the same old eggs and bacon.
Egg and sandwiches.
Yeah. So we have a delicious baked oatmeal that I make. This can be for Sunday brunches, or it can be, you can make it on a Sunday and then you have a breakfast for every day of your work week. It's very easy. There's a recipe. I don't really follow the recipe though. I follow the recipe to the point of I cook it for the amount of time it tells me, but I don't really follow in terms of how much fruit is going to go in it and things like that. What we first have to do is spray the pan so that our bananas don't stick. So then we cut our bananas. It calls for 2 bananas. You might not fit 2 bananas in the bottom. You might fit more than 2 bananas. Do whatever you like. The riper, the better.
She knows more. And you just cut it into?
Just into slices. So you line the pan, the bottom of your baking dish with the bananas. So once your bananas have lined the bottom of the dish, you just sprinkle as many or as little blueberries as you want. Maybe you don't like blueberries, so it's just going to be a banana oatmeal.
Can you use any other berries, do you think?
You could probably use raspberries, strawberries. Sometimes in the summer, it's always nicer and wintry in the summer. Peaches, I'll put peaches in, very good.
Oh, peaches would be delicious actually.
Yeah, very good. Someone once asked about doing apples, but I don't think the bake time would be enough. The apples need to bake a long time to get soft, but I mean, experiment as you wish. So then we have the blueberries now on top. 1 tablespoon of the honey. It says sprinkle with cinnamon, and it gives you a certain amount, but I sprinkle it with a lot of cinnamon because I like cinnamon.
It's good for you too.
Just drizzle it right on top.
I could eat this as it is right now.
Yeah, well, maybe with some yogurt. And you just sprinkle cinnamon. You have to bake this part of it first for 15 minutes, and that's the part I follow in the recipe. You have to cover it with foil. So while you're baking your bananas in the oven, you can do the rest of the recipe. So in one bowl, you want to combine your oats.
We're putting about 1 cup.
Yeah, 1 cup.
Baking soda.
Yeah,
Baking soda.
However you want to, yeah, go ahead. That works. And then your chopped nuts, which the recipe calls for walnuts, which works for me because I like walnuts, but maybe you don't like walnuts, so you can chop some almonds, you can chop some pecans. Anyways, I like walnuts, so works for me. Again, as many as you want, as little as you want. I don't follow for the nuts, I don't follow the recipe. Cinnamon, as much cinnamon or as little cinnamon as you like. I like cinnamon, so I like to put a lot. And just stir it together. So, it's going to be fun. Yeah, so you can tell if you're like looking at it, you're like, how do I know if it's cooked? The bananas will be soft. So that's to put that aside. So then in this bowl, whisk 1 egg. Usually I'm really good at breaking eggs. Well, let's add, okay, we got egg on the side of the bowl. That's embarrassing. So then we add our 1 cup of whatever you want. Almond milk is my preferred. You can use your regular milk if you want. I wouldn't use a chocolate milk. Then you have your vanilla, and then the rest of the honey. We pour our oats over our vanilla. This is what it should look like. see the mayonnaise anymore, all gone. Then you pour your milk mixture over and make sure it evenly goes about. And add more whatever fruit you. The blueberries is what the recipe calls for, but like I said, I add peaches in the summer. This is when I would put my peaches on. I'm gonna add more blueberries. And you'll notice some of your blueberries from the bottom have like come up with the milk mixture. And then again, you add more nuts and however many nuts you want. I like walnuts, so I add a lot.
It's almost like a pie now.
Yeah. So then we're gonna put it back in the oven, and this time we're gonna bake it for 30 minutes or until it looks golden brown. It's gonna be uncooked now. Look at how good it looks. It looks even better than an actual pie. We'd serve it warm. I like it with milk, so I would serve it in a bowl. Or take off my scary gloves and look really scary. When I use it for my breakfast during the week, I keep it in the fridge all week, cut it up that day, take it in, heat it up in the microwave, add some milk to it. It's very delicious.
It smells delicious.
It is delicious. When you take it right out of the oven, it's probably actually tasty without the milk. But when I do it for my breakfast, when you put it in the fridge, it does, obviously when you're microwaving, it does get a bit dry. So the milk is good for that if you're taking it during, like if you're making it ahead of time for a breakfast. But when you're making it on the day of and you're scooping it right away, it's quite good like that. But
I think it's delicious.
That's right, because it's still nice and moist when you take it right out of the oven. Delish! It's like a warm hug on a cold day. So go and give other people warm hugs on a cold day. I probably shouldn't have lifted that knife up. Do it or else!
Hug somebody.
Or a hug.
Thanks for sticking around. The recipe will be below, along with our Instagram and our Twitter. Hopefully we see you next time, and remember,
Do what makes you happy!